So where are we at with decision making? We all make decisions all the time. So some of them take weeks, months of thought and careful planning, and others we make without as much thought in an instant. And I think it's interesting sometimes to think about where decisions are coming from. So a lot of the time we make decisions because we're trying to get away from something that isn't working for us, something that isn't giving us satisfaction. And our decision is to change it. Sometimes we make decisions based on other people. So that could be about deliberately and intentionally making a difference to someone, or it could be about just pleasing others. And sometimes we make decisions about what is intentionally right for us, that's going to help us move in the right direction towards what we want to achieve, who we want to be, where we want to get to in our life. And those decisions are supporting that direction. I think it's important to note that I always encourage people to look at what you want and what you're working towards, because then you can start to make decisions that feel that they're helping you make progress, and that you can start to celebrate your achievements and celebrate yourself. Often when we're trying to get away from things, then we can have decisions that lead us into no man's land, and we end up going back into old familiar territory, even if it's not working for us. And sometimes we can kind of have decisions that are not aligned. So an example of this would be years ago, I signed up to do the Great South Run, which is a 10-mile run. I'd never done anything like it before. So I knew what I wanted, but then I was making micro decisions on a daily basis to talk myself out of going training. It's raining, therefore I can't go. I've had a long day at work, therefore today I'll give it a break. So my micro decisions were not supporting where I wanted to get to. What did that do? It left me feeling guilt, frustration, quite a lot of pressure the more that time went on, because I wasn't deciding to take action to help me get what I wanted. So I don't know if you've ever felt that or experienced that. In actual fact, it's a bit like that good old pebble in the pond. You know, my decisions were also then having an impact on those around me because of the way that I was feeling about it. And I knew I had to make a change. So I'm asking you to think about what decisions you're making, and are you clear about where it's going to get you months, years even from now? What difference is it going to make? And is it going to get you to where you want to be? I'll give you an example where a decision that I made was absolutely deliberate and intentional to help me get to where I wanted to be. And at the end of 2020, I made a fundamental decision that I wanted to shift things up a gear in my business, because I wanted to make a bigger impact for people that I worked with through my coaching, for the leadership, for the team members, for the people running their own businesses, so that they could experience transformational breakthroughs that were going to help them get to where they wanted to be. And I knew at that time that I needed to shift myself up a gear if I was going to help other people shift themselves up. So for that to happen, I made a decision to invest the most amount of money I've ever spent on my own personal development in one go. And that then became the catalyst for me to spend much higher amounts throughout 2021. But at that point in time, that first decision to make that investment was all about me taking myself seriously and my plan seriously and my intention for my business seriously. It was about me admitting that I wanted and I needed experts to work with, and that I was ready for that. So sometimes we make those decisions and they really help us along the way. And I've found sometimes when we get really clear, those decisions become very, very easy to make. So where are you going to be a few months, few years from now with the decisions that you're making today? What decisions could you be taking that are going to really help you, not only today, maybe it's in your leadership, maybe it's in your organization or your business, maybe it's just in your life. So it's not only about helping you today, but decisions that are going to take you in that direction of who you want to be, where you want to get to, and what it is you want to achieve in your life. We can do that every single day, but I encourage you today to take a step back. Look at the decisions you're making. How are they helping you? Why are you making them? How are they impacting your life now? And how can they help your life in the future?